Bright light. Bright light. Let's see if I turn this off a bit. There we go. Too much bright. There we go. Hello, hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to the Monday edition of Shortcuts for Your Soul. It is Monday, December the 11th, 2023. My name is William Michael Forbes. I'm a spiritual medium, a channel, and an intuitive life coach. And for those of you that know me, welcome today. And I have with me the energy of my guardian, Angel John. And he said, the healing begins. And it's a very fascinating time for all of us, individually and collectively as a species. We literally are, we are all being put into a position where we have to get our heads on straight, literally and figuratively. And again, I'm just going to switch over to comments here. Hi, Drusilla, it's so good to have you here, hon. Good to see you. So we are at this interesting place in collective consciousness where the ignorance of our ignorance is at a place where we have to let it go. Again, I'm going to wait a few minutes for people to come on, and then we're going to begin. But the healing begins is today's primary message, and also we'll take questions and answers today as well. The healing begins when you come to terms with your suffering. And I want to share, I've been brought through a process of I'm actually going through a process where you can face great physical suffering and difficulty, great emotional pain and hurt, and that it's not bad. It doesn't have to be bad if you can get to what the body is trying to tell you and what your mind is trying to reveal to you. This is really important. You must come to a place of understanding what your body is trying to communicate with you. And I want to share just a little snippet of the process I'm going through right now so that you understand that you're not alone, that there's nobody above the process of self-healing. Doesn't matter how much money you have or how poor you are, everybody's going through some form of transformational healing right now. And the energy is really favorable to that. So I've been getting this discomfort in my body. And with that discomfort, I've been forced to go inside. I've been forced to go within in a way that I never have before. And I got to the fundamental root cause of what's been going on for me in many facets of my life throughout this biological lifetime. That at the moment of birth of the body, this physical body, the moment of its birth, the doctor looked at the body and said, there's something wrong with him. At that time, the medical condition was just defined as the Rh factor. But though my mother was there and the doctor declared those words, there's something wrong with him. My body was, of course, the Rh factor. They had to, at that time, give the body a transfusion in order for it to survive. I don't know all the medical details of it, but right from the very beginning, there is an idea that begins for this body anyway, that many of the things that may be occurring in your life come from ideas that the body has learned, that the body has heard, or been given by your environment when you were born, during gestation. It's been well documented that children can be taught in the womb. There was a wonderful video done many years ago by public TV in TV Ontario, Canada, many, many years ago, called Hot House People. And in the video, Hot House People, this husband and wife thought they would try and educate their child from the very moment they understood that they were pregnant. So from the moment they knew that she was pregnant, the husband and wife would talk to the child in the womb, explain to it that this was light switches, and right now I'm playing a musical instrument and we're driving the car. And they would literally, as often as they possibly could, talk to the child, the fetus in the body. That first child of theirs, subsequently by age 7 or 8, was ready to go into university. It was ready to go into university. And then there were 2 other children after that, the exact same thing they did, and the exact same results were established. These children became what conventional science calls prodigies, geniuses. But the common denominator was what was happening from the moment of conception, or at least the moment they recognized that they were pregnant, that they began a process of giving information to the consciousness of that fetus. And that information began to vibrationally get inducted into the consciousness of the biological organism, that is the body that the soul is going to inhabit. So from the moment of that joining of the sperm and the ovum, this process of information affecting the body becomes ready. The body then begins to be open and receptive to receiving information at a very young age of consciousness, biologically speaking. And that what is seen, what is heard, what is felt by the consciousness from the moment of conception up to around what you call the biological age of around 6, everything that goes into that system establishes certain preconditions of function, behavior, and action that will precipitate and produce very specific actions and behaviors of that individual, whether they are conscious of it or not. So that fundamental idea that was given to my mother at the moment of my physical birth, and I know the general circumstances of my mother and my father prior to my being born. I was the first of 11 children from 4 different mothers, and I know that there was a very unstable, tumultuous, alcohol-filled environment into which the process of gestation was happening. It would be natural then if I was exposed to this idea of drinking and stuff, and they talked about it. I know they fought about it, and I can remember my parents fighting about alcoholism and drug addiction when I was very young. But all that information went into the body before there was a place of reason. And without that place of reason, the body just reacts and receives and responds. So my body was predisposed by environmental conditions. It was trained by the environment to have something wrong with it. And some of the wrong things that the body adopted was drinking, smoking, drug addiction. There were other behaviors too, but those are the fundamental ones. That the very fundamental root belief, and this I believe is true for everybody that's struggling and suffering today, that at the root of what is going on in your life is this deep underlying belief or idea that was given to you that says there's something wrong with you. That's not true for everybody, because there's lots of people that are raised in really amazing and beautiful homes, and you can see some of the people on social media that are beautiful people and raising wonderful children. I'm speaking about those individuals of whom I believe I'm part of that group, where you were given a fundamental belief that something is wrong with you, even though there wasn't. The belief was given to you, and that belief would predispose you. Good morning, everybody. So good to have you here. And that belief that there's something wrong with you would predispose you to say and do and become something that reflects that fundamental belief that there's something wrong with you. When I'm privileged and honored to give readings to people, my guardian angel John and many others, the ascended masters, the first words they often say to people when they come is, "There's nothing wrong with you." And the first time I remember hearing those words come through me out to somebody else, it blew my mind. And that person that was looking, at that time they were looking at Master Jesus, communicating with him, and he says, "There's nothing wrong with you." And I remember that person's face completely changed. They burst into tears. They'd never considered the idea that there was nothing wrong with them. They believed that there was something wrong with them. And I want to just share that little bit of awareness that's been coming to me today. And my guardian John says it's really important to be persistent, because there's nothing fundamentally wrong with you. There's nothing fundamentally wrong with you. However, your environmental conditions and circumstances may have communicated to you on a very basic and primary level over which you have no conscious memory, that there is something wrong with you. That information left unattended in your mind and in your body can result in some of the behaviors over which you find yourself saying, I do not know why I do these things. I do not know why I say these things. I do not know why these things happen to me. At the root of these things that are wrong in your life is the fundamental belief that there's something wrong with you. And if you can liberate that belief from yourself, if you can liberate yourself, your body, your mind from that fundamental belief, you have nothing wrong with you as a soul. As a soul, you are pristine and perfect. Your body by nature is pristine and perfect. Your mind by nature is pristine and perfect. However, there's information that's been given to you from this world that says there's something wrong with you, and that is the lie. That is the lie that must be liberated from your body, from your mind, so that the actions and functions of your life can begin to resume and assume the perfect and most beautiful and wonderful representation of yourself that is the true you that you are. If there is nothing wrong with you, then you are beautiful as you are. If there's nothing wrong with you, then the things that you can do and be will be good. But if you have a fundamental belief in your consciousness that there's something wrong with you, then you must, by nature of that belief, create something wrong with your life, with your body, with your health, with your mind, with your environment. And right now, the human collective unconsciousness is faced with this belief that there's something wrong with the world, there's something wrong with the environment, there's something wrong with how you look, there's something wrong with how you talk, there's something wrong with how you walk. And there is right and wrong. Please understand, I'm not saying that there is no right and there is no wrong, because there is right and there is wrong in terms of actions and function. But fundamentally, as what you are as a sentient being, fundamentally as what you are biologically, there is nothing wrong with you. But the idea that there's something wrong with you would precipitate that you would have to distort your life. You would have to distort your mind. You would have to distort your body if you have this fundamental underlying belief. And it does not matter where it came from. The fact that you are holding on to it is the concern here. There are lots of things that are wrong in this world in their function. The way your politicians are greedy and steal your money and steal your children. The organized functions of crime that take lives needlessly and unnecessary. These things are wrong. The beliefs that there's something fundamentally wrong with how you look as a physical entity, that is functionally wrong. What you are as a physical entity is divine and unique and specific to the purpose that you came here to serve in this world. You did not come here to experience distortion and suffering. You came here to learn and experience the function of your capacity to create. And we know you have questions, and we will answer your questions. But it is important that you begin to evaluate that if you are suffering in some way, under your suffering, under the events and circumstances that are not right, is the underlying belief that you believe that there's something wrong with you, with what you are. And let me clarify that there is nothing wrong with who you are. And there is nothing wrong with your physical body. It is quite beautiful, unless, of course, as this one did, with the belief that there's something fundamentally wrong with him, abused and tortured his body for many years. And that was, again, under the underlying belief that he believed that there was something wrong with him. And so, of necessity, the belief necessitated certain actions and behaviors would proceed from that underlying belief. Once you begin to liberate yourself from this illusion that something's wrong with you, you will not harm your body because you understand there's nothing wrong with your body. It is unique. It is beautiful. It is wondrous, precious, never to be seen or experienced in time or space again. And there's nothing wrong with your mind except the fact that there's information that contradicts your true nature, which is a function of love. And there's much information in this world that is based on the foundation that there's something wrong. But let me say that there is nothing wrong with you. When you can liberate from the consciousness of the body, when you can liberate the anger, the fear, the rage, the guilt, the shame that's based upon the illusionary lie that there's something wrong with you, when you can begin to release that, your suffering will begin to abate. Your suffering will begin to end when you recognize, when you begin to realize and liberate from your body and from your mind the idea that there's something wrong with you. Because you came into this world as perfection, as peace, as stillness, as a pure manifestation of life, to function as a creative intelligence. And your healing begins when you recognize this foundational belief that was there before the first words were spoken to you. That fundamental belief is you are love. That is the foundation of what you are. And in recognizing the foundation of what you are and disposing of the illusionary lie that there's something wrong with you, your healing begins. For the functions of love are precise in what you will say and do, and the effects of them upon your body, upon your mind, upon your world around you, individually and collectively. And the functions of love are very precise in how they ennoble, enhance, preserve, evolve, cultivate, develop greater community, greater creativity, greater love, greater compassion. But first, you in your own mind and heart that hear these words must recognize that the challenges and struggles that you face often are rooted in a very deep layered belief that there's something wrong. And so therefore that belief, as you believe, so it shall be, that fundamental belief that there's maybe something wrong will cause you to think, to say, to do, to precipitate and validate that underlying belief as false as it is. And as false as it is, it will have effects upon you. Do you understand what I say? That you are love. This is the foundation of your being, the foundation of your body, the foundation of your mind. When you remember the foundation of what you truly are, then you can stand on the rock. You can stand on what is true and everlasting, and that is love. Love is a function of eternal life, and fear is a function of eternal suffering. And you have choice now. In hearing these words, in truly hearing these words, looking upon your own body and recognizing the innate beauty that is unique to that body in which you are hearing these words. If you can come to that, then you will be casting aside the illusion that there's something wrong with your body. There's nothing wrong with your body. But if you have that foundational belief, then that very nature of that belief will have to precipitate conditions to validate the idea. As the illusionary lies of many of your organized religions that say you are born to suffer, you are born in evil, you are born in sin. These beliefs lay a foundation in your consciousness that lays a foundation that says there is something wrong with you. And I'm here to tell you there is nothing wrong with you. You must remember this, for if you decide that you are born in this state called sin, then you must of necessity at some point eventually create and precipitate the conditions that support that foundation, as equally as the foundation of love will precipitate conditions that will support that foundation. If you understand the distinction between these two very opposite foundations, then you have choice again to recognize that what you may say and do that would hurt or harm your body, things that you would think that could upset or disturb your peace of mind, that these are based on the foundation of fear and not love. The foundation that you think there is something wrong with you versus the foundation of your own perfection. And do not confuse the process of trial and error in the function of learning something new or different, or experiencing something new and different. That is simply the function of learning, but that does not make anything wrong with you. What could make that seem wrong to you is that you believe that you are somehow wrong for making errors. And yet in the function of learning, errors are not errors. It's simply part of a process of acquiring understanding. You do not have to say they are errors. They're simply mechanisms in the process of understanding and liberating yourself to a new state of being. But I came very strongly through this one today, as there is a great transformation beginning in your species, in all of you. And the healing begins with this foundational understanding. You must stop viewing the world, viewing your body, and viewing your mind from the belief, the ideology, the conceptualization that there's something wrong with you. For you must do something wrong if you've got this foundation. You will be compelled, if you hold fast to this idea that there's something wrong, then you must follow that foundational belief. And you cannot hide the results. By the fruits you shall know it. So if your body is in suffering and pain, there is a foundational belief that there's something wrong with you, at least with your body. When you release that foundational belief, then there's immediate correction. Does not, when the clouds part, the sun come out to shine? And so if you release from your mind and body the imposed judgment that there's something wrong, then the clouds will part, and that which is true shall be revealed to you, which is that you are love, and that you came here to function creatively as an extension of life, which is a function of love. There are many of you that want to be liberated from your suffering, but you must understand, to be liberated from it, you must liberate yourself from it. That is, the things that you think and say and do towards your body and towards this world, are they on the foundation of the judgment that there's something wrong with you? Or are in the foundation and judgment that you are a function of love? You cannot serve both masters. You can choose love, or you can choose to live in the illusion that there's something wrong with you. And that creates fear. To believe there's something wrong with you creates fear. And so in truth, you have only these two to choose from, love or fear. For that of love will not give you fear. Only that which is of fear can give you fear. And so many of us have come here in spirit to guide you, to assist you in the way that you are open and receptive to receiving it. We cannot give you something in a way that you cannot receive it, nor can you receive something unless you're open to receiving it. And so what you shall receive, you shall only receive because you are there to receive it and willing to receive it. So consider this then, that your healing begins when you surrender the illusionary belief that there's something fundamentally wrong with you in any way, shape, or form, or something wrong with your world, or something wrong with your air, or something wrong with you. But those who have done harm to this planet, that poison your air and poison the water, they are of a foundational belief that says there's something wrong with them, and they may engorge themselves in the wealth and the pleasures of this world, but they suffer greatly in spirit. And in the moment of their last moments, they will have the revelation that they deny is possible. You cannot ignore that which beats your heart exists, that there is a force beating your heart that you cannot deny that exists. And when the body reaches its time where it no longer can function in this world, then on those final heartbeats, you will be faced with the love and the light that you denied. And you will experience the last call of your actions. And you will have to say yea or nay, but you cannot undo what you have done in those last moments, but you may, before those last moments, through the function of love, make these corrections. But if you continue to exist on the foundation that there's something wrong, then you shall surely continue to suffer accordingly. The practice and function of healing, as I have said, that this is called the healing begins. The practice and function of healing requires a surrendering of suffering and the embracing of love. In the moment of one's surrender of suffering, in one's willingness to embrace love, even in the conditions where you may be experiencing suffering in your body, in your mind, in your life, that these may be very difficult and terrible for you. But if you can bring love's possibility, that there is a possibility that love can enter my body, that love can enter my mind, that I can allow it in, that love can function in my world. If you can at least consider this possibility, then a door can begin to open that was closed, and you can begin to find the resolution to your suffering, not by your will, but by your choice to accept love and deny fear. Healing can be instantaneous when love supplants fear. I will say this again. Healing can be instantaneous when love supplants fear. Healing both of body and mind. Both can heal instantaneously when love supplants fear. If you are in the deepest of suffering and you believe that there is no love for you, I will say to you, there is love for you. If you say, I am open to receiving love, I'm open to knowing love, I'm open to experiencing love. Even if you do not feel that love exists at this moment, you're willing to say, I'm willing to receive love. I'm willing to receive it in my body, in my mind, in my world. The mere willingness can open the door and a different vibrational experience and different circumstance that correspond to your willingness, the energy of that willingness that says, I'm willing to receive love. And eventually, when you receive love and you experience some relief, and you consider in receiving this relief that comes in your willingness to accept love, to reject and deny the functions of fear, and in that moment where you experience some relief, where you receive that love, you may say to yourself, if I can receive it, then it's possible I may be love. And what then do you suppose might happen to your life if you understand that you are love, versus the fearful, angry, frustrated individual that you might be or have been, as this one was? You are at great advantage right now, in any moment, all of you. You are at great advantage to surrender the foundation of fear and restore the vibration of love, which is your true nature, to bring your love into your mind and body. You must choose to do this. We cannot force you to bring love to your mind, nor love to your body. You must choose this. The function of free will is absolute in this. Even that you have free will to say, will you send me and bestow love upon me? I'm willing to receive love, then we will offer it to you. It will be offered to you freely if you're willing to receive it. As equally as you've been willing to receive fear, you can also receive love. It's very important you understand what I'm saying to you, that you be free of your suffering. And no matter how dark your suffering may be, if you are willing to receive love, willing to conceive of the possibility that your true nature is that you are love and not what your mind or body have been conditioned to define you as. Because your mind and body has been conditioned by definitions that you may not have chosen. And those definitions that were given to you as were given to this one can inhibit you or give you the illusion that you are somehow disconnected from love. But you are never disconnected from love and your true nature. Your mind and body may be conditioned to believe that there are certain conditions that say that you are less worthy or less valuable than you actually are. And when you recognize that illusion, you can say to your mind and body, wait a minute here. You are not what you think you are. You are beautiful. I choose to bring love to my mind. I choose to bring love to this body. And what you say and what you think and what you do, you begin to consciously and deliberately articulate your mind and body as a function of your will instead of a function of the manipulations of the world around you. And there's much manipulation in the world around you all right now, keeping you in fear, in anger, in judgment, in rage. And that fear and that anger and that rage that you are kept in, you are now putting upon yourself by denying your own innate beauty, by forcing your body to be what it is not, which is the ultimate denial of your own beauty. And if you have not realized your beauty, then you will suffer. If you do not realize your own beauty, you will think there is something wrong with you. If you do not recognize that instrument that is hearing these words that we speak, if you do not recognize that the instrument that you are hearing these words through is a marvelous, unique, wondrous, beauteous instrument given to you to honor, to cherish, then you will begin to heal. If you can remember this, then you will not be so caught up in what the world tells you you should or should not be. For there's great advantage for those that suffer the most. Those that often have the greatest wealth can suffer the most. There are a few exceptions to this. But those of you that are willing to remember your true nature, that you are a function of love, that you need now to retrain your own mind and re-embody the function of love, to have gratitude and appreciation and respect for the divine instrument that allows you to be in this world, the divine instrument of your mind, the divine instrument of your body that allows you to exist in this physical dimension is unique and priceless. The body you hear these words through is unique and priceless. And if you can grasp this, then not only will the body and mind begin to feel the love that you are, when you begin to view them in the light that they should be viewed in. If you can begin to view your mind and body in the light that they should be viewed in, the light of love, compassion, respect, and kindness, in thoughts, in actions, in what you consume and what you do. If you can come to this awareness, then you will not be so eager to listen to the fear mongering and the threats and the perpetuation of attack and judgment that you see tossed about everywhere. You must step away from this realm of judgment and rage and anger and restore yourself to what you are. Restore your mind and body to what you are. You do not know how beautiful you are until you begin to embody it. What are you as a function of love? If you understood love, then what would that love think? What would that love say? What would that love do? But the function of love is the beginning of healing for you. The moment you consider, what is my function of love? What do I have as thoughts in my mind that are love? What do I do to this body that is of love? And you begin to consider the things that you will allow to think and the things that you will allow to do with your body. Are they of love or are they of fear? And the moment you make that decision to choose love, you will experience the most wonderful change. And the energy for that change is available as equally as the energy for suffering is. As equally as the energy for love is available to you now to receive and bring into your life, so too is the vibrational offering of fear equally available to you, that you may suffer as deeply and as profoundly as you would choose to, and you may not. But choose you are. You cannot escape this one wonderful gift that each and every one of you possesses with unequivocal certainty. That is your power to choose love or fear. None can take that from you, but you can deny that you have that. But the denial of that is simply a function of fear, because the denial of responsibility is a function of fear. The denial of responsibility is the function of fear, not of love. For love would deny no responsibility. Love would deny no responsibility. And if you are a function of love, why would you? You could not. If you are a function of love, you could not deny your function. But if you deny, you are simply functioning from fear and not love. The denial of responsibility is fear. That is its foundation. Wow. Thank you, John. This has been an amazing message. And we are all going through our very own versions of this. You know, whether you know it or not, guys like Joe Biden, George Soros, Justin Trudeau, you know, Deng Xiaoping or whatever his name is, all these world leaders, they're going through their version of lovelessness and the cost of lovelessness, the cost of living in fear. You cannot escape paying the price of your thoughts and your actions. You cannot escape. None of us can. So why not embrace love and let that be what determines our lives, right? Let that be what determines our lives. Let love be that which determines your life. Wow. Well, guys, it's been pretty intense. Hi. Hello, TikTok, Facebook. I'm just getting started here. I'm going to start. Oops, sorry. I might have accidentally blocked somebody. My apologies. If I've accidentally blocked you, just go to my website and send me an email through my website, and I will make certain you get unblocked if I've accidentally blocked you. I'm just scrolling up. I got, whoa, lots of questions. Hi, guys. Hi, everybody. Hi, Mary. I also want to make an announcement that tonight at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'm going to be going on a live podcast called the We Are One podcast. It's going to be on my Instagram channel through Mary Hernandez channel. She's a spiritual medium and an intuitive life coach, and she's got messages for all of us too. And we're going to be getting together tonight to talk about mediumship and its function and uses, especially at this time. So I hope you'll join me on my Instagram channel, which you can find through my link on my TikTok, my Linktree link, or you can find my Instagram channel under the description box of any of my YouTube videos there as well. Yes. So good morning, Mary. Good to see you here. Looking forward to tonight. It's going to be a lot of fun. A question from Pepe Gomez. Suffering is what makes life real. Some suffering is pretty legitimate, in my opinion. Oh, yeah. It's like you're walking up some stairs and you don't walk up the stairs correctly. You're going to fall down. You're going to injure your body. So then you learn to walk up the stairs properly. There's that, but that's not a deliberate form of suffering. That's something that goes through in the learning process. It's just an error, but it's not a form of imposed suffering. It's just an error. Imposed suffering is when you choose to pour alcohol into the body that you know is going to harm it, or you choose to go out and hurt other people and you end up going to jail for it. or you steal, right? Or you smoke, or you have thoughts about other people, you resent them, you're angry, that's created suffering. Most suffering is self-imposed, but it's not who you are. Suffering is not who you are. It really isn't. Suffering is not who you are. Love is what makes life more real than suffering does, Pepe. But I do understand what you mean. Question from Daniela. Yesterday in the shower, at one stage, my cupped hands, the water, and even the wall turned green. Was a healing brought upon me? Yes, it was. Archangel Raphael has been hanging around you for a while now. I like this from JJGG. I am the function of love. My body is the function of love. Yes, it is. In its divine state. Drusilla is saying, I am the light and the love. I am so willing to receive. Yes, good for you. Pepe is saying, Dear Mr. Forbes, what do you think about confession, classic or with a candle, Jesus image, etc., to heal yourself? Well, I've asked Master Jesus about this whole concept of confession, and he says, confession is not what you've been taught to believe it is. Confession is not to tell your errors to others. Confession is to release yourself from those errors. Confession is to release yourself from those errors, not to simply divest your burdens upon another individual. To let go of what you do and think and say that you in your own conscience know is wrong. To confess is to release yourself from the functions that you would confess or release. But do not confuse the illusion of conventional confession, the unburdening of yourself to others so that you can somehow make your burden lighter, is not what true confession is. True confession is to liberate yourself from the functions that you would confess, to no longer do them or act them or be them. That is true confession. It is between you and your own creative consciousness, the divine that rests in your own heart, that sees and hears and knows all within you. And through your willingness to change or surrender your errors, your functions that are not of love, that is to confess, to release. Wow, thank you so much. Appreciate that. Great question, Pepe. Excuse me. Hi, guys. Good to see you on TikTok here. Hi. Hi, guys. So glad you're enjoying this message today. I really love it. Hello, beautiful souls. Hi, Isabel. Good to see you. Jackie's asking, is there any messages for me today, please? And thank you. If you've been listening, then you've got your message. Therapy and spiritual healing is amazing. Yes, it is really amazing. I'm so grateful to be a vehicle for this information. Good morning, beautiful souls. Good morning. Yeah, you are beautiful souls, every one of you. You are a function of love. Let's see, just trying to find some questions here. Yeah, I do readings. If you want to book a reading with me, go to my website, williammichaelforbes.com. You can book a half-hour reading or a 1-hour reading, and it's an amazing and transformative process because your guides, your angels, the ascended masters, the individuals that work with you energetically will connect you and guide you simply and easily in ways of, excuse me, in ways of personal transformation that you yourself cannot deliberately affect without the proper knowledge and guidance. We do, after all, need guidance, all of us, every single one of us. We need it. When we don't know, we do need guidance. And I'm so grateful to have the guidance I've been getting. Yeah. We also our New Year's courses are all set up on the website now, so you can go register for our masterclasses there. My little brother's been kidnapped for 3 months ago. Hi, Maria. I'm sorry to hear about that, about your brother. Yeah. You're asking for two things here. You're asking for him to be liberated. And I can tell you this of truth. His liberation is come. Not is coming. His liberation is come. Have no fear. Have no fear. Be grateful and open and receptive to receiving him again. Be grateful, open, and receptive to receiving him again. Please understand the nature of what I say to you. Be open and receptive to receiving him again. Do not be fearful that you shall not see him or hear from him. Be open and receptive to receiving him again. It shall be done. Wow. Are there past influences with my fiance and I? Yes, there are. Absolutely. Oh, thank you. It is a very beautiful message today. Yeah. Thank you for the hearts. I really appreciate it, Amanda. Thank you for following me. And thank you to the new subscriber today. Really appreciate it on TikTok. You're very welcome for the message, L2. Hi, guys. I like what Pepe is saying here. If you love the abyss, it stops being an abyss. It's called healing. But healing only comes when you enable the function of love. Healing cannot come if you are in fear. Healing cannot come if you are in fear. It can't. It can't. But that's a really good consideration. Why would you love the abyss? I don't know. Hi, guys. Hi, Jacqueline. Can I get a message from my next child? I feel they're closing in, coming in. Yes, they are. I'm getting a lot of pink energies. This is a female energy coming towards you. This is strong female energy coming towards you. And again, she says, I'm all about the dance. I'm all about the dance. Like this one's going to become like really gravitate naturally towards dancing. She's all about the dance. Remember that. Remember that. Remember these words, that you heard those words. It'll be very helpful for her. Someone's asking, will my heart heal? I'm being told, yes, it can heal. But your willingness to embrace your love, bring your attention to your heart. I mean, any one of you can do this right now. Bring your attention to your heart. Let your awareness feel the space that your heart occupies. And then with your awareness, bring this idea to your heart. Bring it, this idea. Ideas are thoughts. Thoughts create energy. Energy affects the nervous system. So bring this idea to the heart center. Thank you for everything you do for me so perfectly and beautifully. I am grateful. Thank you for everything that you do to me every day. I am grateful. Repeat words and ideas that stimulate or amplify the frequency of love. And that part of the body, the cells there, are going to receive the idea and the energy of that idea and begin to carry it out. They'll begin to react and respond. Because cells, every cell in your body hears every thought you think. And I'm also being told to tell you, you have to let go of your fear. Stop holding your fear. Yes. That thing that you lost, that you thought that you couldn't live without, you must let go of the belief that you can't live without what you lost. You can continue to live without what you had and still be living in love. Choose this. Choose this. Choose this. Breebert's asking, will my trip back home be a good one? I get a strong yes for that. But also you must decide that. You must decide that it's going to be. Someone's at, hi, Amanda, one of my subscribers. Thank you for subscribing, Amanda. Asking, why when I meditate or pray, I am drawn to move my arms and hands outward and up? This is a great question, Amanda. And oftentimes, what I've been told, because that happens to me when I'm leading meditations and letting them channel through me, that the arms will move in positions that bring in or utilize energy or bring energy into the physical dimension to be embodied and transmitted in as a function of creation in your world. So your hands will move in certain ways to engage energies in a particular fashion. In Eastern mysticism, you might find your hands will be going into different mudras, right? Certain states of consciousness, that the hands will represent a quality of energy that you're you're trying to embody or in the process of embodying through the meditation? Wow, great question, Amanda. Not many people ask that question. Someone's asking, Tanya's asking, are you able to tune in into the senior kitty? Stop eating altogether, driving me crazy. I believe it may be her mouth or gums, but also maybe kidney issues. Again, if I tune, I'm being told to tell you, yes, it's what you think it is, but what's really important is you understand that every being that journeys with you will not journey the whole way with you of necessity. It is very rare, even in human terms, that humans will journey the whole journey together. Oftentimes you change things up along the way. So keep in mind that this one is not with you for your entire journey, for you have many things to do yet in this life that you have not allowed yourself to do because of distractions. Wow, thank you. Great question, Tanya. Good morning. Hi, guys. Hi. Yes, your mom is with you right now, user. Yeah, she's with you. You feel her. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, she's hugging you. Like she really is hugging you right now. Wow, I'm glad you're going to do that. I asked for a message from my mom, but I see it not here. Is the text not coming true? She wants me to tell you to stop doubting yourself. This is really important. She says, you have to stop doubting yourself. Stop it. Stop doubting yourself. She likes, I don't know what she's saying, but she's saying she likes the tablecloth. She likes that tablecloth. She likes that tablecloth. I don't know what that means to you, but let us know when you get this message. What is the meaning of tingles on your face, head, and for you? For me or for you? What is the meaning of tingles on your face and head? It can mean many different things. Sometimes you could have a guardian angel caressing you on your face. You could be receiving a download from spirit. You could be receiving energy into the body. It depends on the context in which you're experiencing it, because there could be beliefs, ideas, and thoughts that are going on in your mind that are interacting with other realms too. So there needs to be a context in that. But for you personally, at this moment, you are receiving a download. You are receiving a download of information coming in through the crown chakra. That's what it is for you at this moment. Coolio. Oh, tomorrow. So Mary's telling me that the live event is tomorrow. The angel? Am I getting that right, Mary? I thought it was the 11th at 6:30 p.m. Please confirm that. Someone saying, my hands have been tingling ever since I saw golden light around them a few weeks ago. Is there a message about this? Yes. There's somebody that needs to receive that energy from you. There's somebody who needs to receive that energy from you. That's why you're holding on to it. You're carrying a gift for somebody. So that energy in the hands is to be given to somebody. I'm being told to tell you that you'll know them when you see them. You'll know them when you see them. Let's take that down. Let's hide that. There we go. Good afternoon to you too. Can I connect with, Jen is asking, can you connect with my brother? Yes, I can. Good morning, William. Is there any guidance from my mom or dad that they want me to hear? Stop delaying. Stop delaying. They keep saying stop delaying. Yeah. And I do readings. If you want to book a one-on-one reading with me, you want to get all the information that you will not get here, you can get maybe one question answered here. But if you want all the information, then you want to book a reading with me. Don't waste time on it. It's all for you. Hang on, I'm trying to find this other question. There we go. Yeah. Kelly's asking, I'm feeling like there is an action that I'm supposed to take and I'm unsure of what the action is. in order for my wish to be fulfilled. Love you. Thank you for any insight. Yeah, Kelly, you need to go into meditation and ask to be shown an image or a word that represents your next action. Go into meditation and ask to be given an image or a word that represents your next action. An image or a word. Do that in your meditation. They're telling me you could even do it right now and get it. They're saying you can get it right now too. You don't have to wait until meditation. Can I explain a download? The download is information you can receive from your guides, your angels, God, the ascended masters, any beings that are on a frequency of energy that you can receive energy from. So a download can be an inspiration, an idea. Look at Elon Musk. That guy gets downloads like nobody's business. He's getting downloads all the time, right? He's getting information, inspiration all the time. And there are lots of mediums on the planet, myself included, that we receive downloads of information. Today, if you've been watching the message, you've seen that happen firsthand. So downloading, getting a download is getting information from a realm that's not from the physical dimension. It's getting information from a realm that's not of this physical dimension, but which can affect and impact your life in this physical dimension. That's the short term for a download. Jeff, yeah, they've been popping it out. She says she still likes going to the park with the dog. She's still going to the park with the dog, but she comes to you while you're going through this process of letting go. But she says she spends a lot of time at the park with the dog. She says you can feel her presence more there than you can in where you are at home. She says you can feel her presence more at that park than you can at home, because you're at home and you've got certain fundamental beliefs that restrict you from perceiving her energy the same way as you could in the park. Oh, you're very welcome. Yeah. Oh, you're very welcome. I don't have a tablecloth, but I do have a round placemat. Well, the tablecloth is going to show up. Believe me, if you haven't got it, it's on the way. She said she likes it. Hi, Jennifer. Yes, I can. I can connect to your dad. Someone's asking, will I get out of this relationship I'm in finally? I feel like I'm drowning. Imagine that you've got a life jacket on for starters, okay? You're not drowning. You're actually learning to swim. That's what they're telling me right now. She's not drowning. She's learning to swim. You have to overcome your fear that you cannot swim. They're being metaphorical about this, but the swimming is a metaphor for you going forward fearlessly into your life. Like, just to go, make the move. Don't discuss it with them. Just do it. Just do it. I'm also being told to tell you there is a counselor that you can connect to. I don't know who they are, but they're saying there's a counselor that you can connect to that may be able to guide the two of you in understanding why the dysfunction is the way it is. They're saying that you can't be each other's therapist because you've got functional flaws in your underlying mind that prevent you from seeing each other as you truly are. You both view each other through your past, not through the nature and the lens of who you truly are. Wow, that's pretty powerful. Someone saying, you were saying my name last time, saying they were repeating it. Are there any messages for me? Hope I didn't just block you by mistake. Oh, sorry, I've just replied. Pin this account, comment, consider, translate. Pin this comment. I think I'll just do that. Oh, so I can do that to you. Okay. Thank you. So I'm still learning features. I gotta be careful I don't accidentally block people. Pulling that up. Okay, there we go. I think we're almost done for today, folks. Thank you so much. Someone's saying he most definitely sees as the past the entire problem. Thank you. Yeah, it's hard to let go sometimes. Grand rising, anything coming through? Well, if you've been here, Jeremiah, there's been a lot that's come through this morning. The messages that they put through me are not complex. It's very simple, that humanity is at a point where it must choose whether it's going to function from love or fear. There's no middle ground here for us. We have to collectively choose to go forward in love. If we don't, then there's going to be a planetary reset that's happened at least 12 times in the last 72,000 years in various degrees and intensities. Atlantis went through it, and Atlantis was far more developed socially and economically and spiritually, as was Lemuria and Mu, as was what you call Egypt, which is again an extension of what was old Atlantis. Understand that we've been declining our consciousness on this planet for 72,000 years since the fall of Eden, right? We need to restore ourselves collectively back to love. And then we can watch literally a new earth unfold before our very eyes. Energetically, a new earth will unfold. It's a beautiful thing. That's the general message. Lucifer saying, I was very moved by your channeling of Freya and Odin. Thank you so much. I'm really grateful that you were. Am I aware of this? Am I familiar with the CIA and the Stargate project? I'm not directly familiar with the CIA, but I'm familiar about them, and I'm familiar with the concept of the Stargate project. But let me tell you this about you and every one of you. You are a Stargate. Your consciousness is a Stargate, and it can be activated. Your ability to travel to different dimensions, which is what the Stargate technology is about, allow you to move from different points of time and space. Your pineal gland is the Stargate in your consciousness. You can use the pineal gland to open up different dimensions and move your awareness to different points of consciousness and time and space as other dimensions. You are a Stargate, right? And CIA is very, CIA and many other groups around the planet are very aware of this concept. Yeah, we are coming back to oneness. We really are. No, I don't know if you missed anything or not. I'm a seer. The last year has been very intense and eye-opening. Yes, there's going to be a lot more eye-opening, intense times, everybody. There really is. We're at the time of awakening, the greatest awakening. You know, the ascension energies coming to this planet are off the charts. They come into our planet via the sun, and the sun receives these energies from the galactic central sun. That energy is received and transmitted to Earth and the other planets. This energy is just pure energy. Science will call it X-rays, cosmic rays, gamma rays, photon charges. They've got all kinds of scientific terms from. In the last analysis, this energy that we're receiving from the sun is just energy. It can't be created. It can't be destroyed. It can only be changed from one state of function into another state of function, depending upon the nature and the quality of the medium through which the energy is passing. If you're in a state of love or a state of fear, then you become a medium for that energy to manifest itself as the conditions called your life. And our whole function on this channel is to continually and repeatedly guide you to remembering your true nature, that you are a function of love, not an extension of fear. That there's nothing wrong with who you fundamentally are, but you might have beliefs and ideas that you've been given from the world that contradict the fact that you are love and give you the illusion there's something wrong with you. But I'll tell you, there's nothing wrong with you. I want to wish you all much, much love. And yes, you can book a reading with me. Go to my website, williammichaelforbes.com. You can choose your own date and time from my calendar. There's nothing wrong with your spiritual life. Your spiritual life is fine. It's the mind and body programming and conditioning that might be in the way. Someone's asking Golden Age super chat on YouTube. Does Papa Julio have a message for this girl, Isabel? Please and thank you. First of all, the first thing that's coming through you is just this energy of love, this beautiful, warm vibrational glow of love to you. He wants you to not doubt that it is still present with you. Yes, he wants you to receive this love, like right now. Like just like close your eyes and receive his love. Like, just close your eyes and receive. He says, you know me. You know me by how I feel. So you know me when you feel me. He just wants you to feel this immense, incredible, and beautiful love. Like, just let yourself receive that, okay? Like, just receive that from him. Just receive that, okay? Just receive it. He just wants you to receive his love. He says that should be enough to inspire you to know that I am not lost to you. I'm not in this world, but I'm not lost to you. Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much for that. It's really wonderful when that happens. Oh, yes, I will have a great day, Mary. I look forward to seeing you at 6:30 today. In Talking Veils, it seems I'm able to see what others can't or don't, literally constantly trying. Cool. Thank you, Joy, for the superstars. Oh, that's wonderful. So glad you experienced that. Okay, guys, hang on, I've got a question here. Can you please tell me if anything comes through specifically? I may do a reading. Hi, Jeremiah. I can't give you something specific at this moment. What you need and require that you don't want to be revealed here will be presented to you in a personal reading. Like, there's a lot of information. And I've been told many times on these live events, please don't give this information out. They'll say something, but they can't say everything. So there's some things that you need to know privately that they can't share with you in this context. But I want to wish you all a very wonderful and a joyful day. To show me something, but I get no audio. I'm not sure. Hi, there's something about your energy. Can you tap? I don't know. Okay, guys. Anyway, I gotta get going. I wanna wish you guys a whole bunch of love, and I'll look forward to seeing you guys before Wednesday. Ideally before Wednesday, because we're on our winter break with our classes and courses. For those of you that want to learn about mediumship and how to connect your guides and angels, we have a series of masterclasses that you can participate in to develop the functions that allow you to become a medium, because everybody by nature is capable of accessing different informational realms. And anyway, have yourselves a joyful day. Check if you want to know more about what we do. Go to my website, williammichaelforbes.com. And I'll look forward to seeing all of you guys very soon. Bye for now, everyone.